setting in 3, 2, 1, go! Uno, dos, catorce! Motherfuckers! Well, there goes my, what do you call it? Monetization for this video, huh? Alright, now that I turn the speakers down. Yeah, so, like, if you were going into this thinking that you were about to play a remake of the first Metroid game, then you probably weren't expecting an intro like that, were you? I know I wouldn't have been. So this is Metroid Zero Mission, the official remake of Metroid 1 for the Visual Boy, or well, Game Boy Advance, really. So far I've played pretty much all the Metroid games that there are, except for this one, and Zero Mission, and I guess Hunters is another one that I haven't played, so I don't know. I always assumed that Hunters was pinball, but I think I'm actually wrong about that, but either way, anyway. I'm gonna get started here then. Yeah, buddy, let's go with normal. Yeah, baby! Planning to see back out this place home once in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here. My so-called Zero Mission. Samus Aran. That's my name, Samus Aran, signed. I very well do agree to most of that stuff down there. Let's start off like we always do here. Sun's Morph Ball, yeah! God, I love that victory music! Oh! It's orgasmic, man! Yeah, I kinda figured, you know, there's a couple of weeks left in summer here. And we never really did do a proper 8-bit summer. So I figured maybe I could throw a couple of projects together last minute. You know, like last minute 8-bit projects I could do as we head towards the end of 21 here. Can't go through that way, can we? So, one of the first things you'll notice if you go into this, as a fan of Metroid 1, is that this game gives you a map. So unlike Metroid 1, at least you'll have some semblance of like where you're going, relative to where you can go at this point in the game. So that's kind of cool. And this game feels very good to play. I remember Fusion feeling really good to play too. I get to jump. Can we wall jump in this? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess we can. I don't know if it's as easy as it is in Super Metroid, but I guess we'll find out sooner or later. So yeah, you'll see stuff on the way like you normally do. It might be a little more obvious than it normally is. Like, for example, long beam now is required. As you can see, otherwise you won't make any progress here, so. In the original game, long beam was basically a luxury. You can go the entire game without it and pretty much still beat the game. But in this game, obviously, it's set up so that you have to get it. Which is good because you really should have it. I will always be quiet for that victory music. So they added a lot of the little QOL stuff too here. Like the Super Metroid power-up screen to show you what all you have on Samus and where it goes on her uniform and all that stuff. So it's really very nice. As you venture forth, you may find yourself taking different paths than you did in the original game. Which will in turn lead you out to make more, like, decisions here, where if you've already played the first game, you already know where you are here. So in that case, you're going to head back to the right. Because if you go left, you're just going to run into the statue room, which also looks different, but you know, maybe you want to go check it out. Maybe you have to check it out. I don't know. Yeah, so they changed just enough about it that it's pretty much fresh. As you can see here, yeah, can't do much here. Let's take a moment to take in that music, though. Definitely something sinister lies underfoot here. I hope you didn't crap your underwear. Oh, good God. That's what I get for making crappy underwear jokes. Oh, hi there. Mr. Side Hopper. Alright, where to next then? Now, some have said that this game is actually two-hand holdy. And I can see where they're coming from, but at the same time, it's not always, like, I think if you came at this from the point of view of somebody who had never played the first game, you know, obviously, like, this one, it tells you where to go to get your next thing, but obviously it doesn't show you how to get there. Like, if you look at the map here, it's all the way out there in the middle of nowhere. So, but you probably saw this on the way and thought to yourself, hey, now I can probably shoot through that. They also changed up the atmospheres a little bit. Just enough so that, you know, so that whatever, you know. Let's go make ourselves a little save here. And next time, no, I'm just kidding. I thought we were going to stop that soon, I'll tell you what. Yeah, as someone who knows the first game extremely well, and can beat it in less than an hour, well, that was just a weird flex, but okay moment, I guess, but yeah, it opens red hatches, so here, like, you can do one or two things. You can either turn around, go back the other way, or you can head forward to Norfair. But, since we're headed towards that red dot up there, for now, it's gonna head back. Ooh, looks like we may need to, well, I guess I went a little too hard there too early. Yeah, I have not played this game much at all. Like, I played the first game, well, I guess that's what I was about to say there. was even though I'm really good at the first game, I'm not that great at this one. Like, I don't know this one very well. I don't know the boss's attack patterns and all that. Plus any of the new stuff that they added that wasn't in the first game. Yeah, I don't know all these bugs that are on me right now. I have no idea how to get rid of those. Well, I need some missiles here, and I'm not really finding any. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Sorry about that, I just had to go refill on missiles. So what door was I trying to get through just now, earlier, that I couldn't get through? Huh. I don't know. Oh well, it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, this is cool. You got all these scrolling up and down stages here. Good news is, if it flashes, it takes damage. And you just roll on your merry way. Otherwise, you can throw missiles at it if you want, but you probably don't want to waste it at this point. So just bust the sack until it explodes, you know? It's a guy thing. You know how to do it, right? You all know how to do it. You can do it all night long. Oh, rematch time? Alright. Oh boy. Man, I think I took more damage there than anybody ever has. Fortunately, we are rewarded with an E-tank, and I will never die again. Of course, don't say that, you know. Still falling in the lava. Total ass of yourself. Alright. Getting pretty close to that hole now, aren't we? You can always look on your map just to make sure. Well, it would seem that we've passed it. Or maybe not. So this is a little bit different. You know, originally you just came into this room and it's kind of like, oh, well, you just go straight left and there it is. But now, a couple of extra sewers to fight on the way in here. Which I imagine they probably did this so that if you didn't have any missiles, you have somewhere to grind them up, you know. It's one of the major things about the original that's really irritating. During the original, it's really irritating because they would never drop missiles when you needed them to. So the good news is, in this version of the game, opening a red door only takes one missile instead of the 5 that it took before. Which is nice. Bombs explode fast in this one, don't they? Nice, alright. You still just barely hear traces of the original R2-D2 in that music. Nice, we have a way to stick them to those bugs now. Okay, so that sounds where we go next. Yeah, I think he wants us to go to North Air now. So you could do that if you wanted, or you could go for the various suit. If you felt so inclined, I'm not going to. Fortunately, they don't really have... Well, that's the thing, though, they do. Wait, what's that down there, then? Hang on a second. Interesting. Oh, it's a map room, huh? Well, how about that? Jeez. Oh, I see, yeah. That was one of the big issues in the original game, was like, sometimes it would throw you into a situation and you'd be like, how the hell was I supposed to know to do that? In the original game, you would have walked right past this because there was nothing but lava down there. But now, you can clearly see there's something. Nice, alright. Okay, well, normally you would have gotten, well, in the original game, I believe you get the high speed in there. And in this version, they hold it back from you for a little ways. So I want you to hold off just a little bit later. Which I guess makes sense. You don't get too many power-ups too early. The other thing that was really aggravating about the original was that you had a lot of times where there was a big secret, and then there would be like another room that was identical to the other room where the secret was that originally established from. So you go into that room, you do the same thing you did in the first room, which would have been to put a bomb right there and come down here. And then there would just be nothing there. And this happened a lot in the first game, so I'm only assuming here that there's nothing here. Oh, there is something here. Yep, there we go. It's not so hard. So in that manner, you can get little rewards easily or early in the game, such as the case may be. Just make things a little easier on yourself later. Yeah, this happened a lot in the first game. And the other thing was, once you learned how to do that glitch where you're inside the door, you like jump up and down to go through the floors and ceiling, you could find all sorts of weird places like in the first game. Ultimately, they almost never led to anything, but it was still cool because sometimes you'd see something and you'd wonder if you're still like even on the map, which sometimes you were, sometimes you weren't. But most of the time you just didn't know, you know. So There we go. Oh, hell yeah, charge beam. I talked over it, sorry. Nice, full refill on missiles and everything. So we have morph bombs that just gonna roll on through here. Yeah, I was just playing this last night. I was fairing him, not one of my friends. But it was the Link to the Past randomizer. With Link to the Past and Super Metroid. Man, that looks like a human thumb. Eggplant Wizard, get over here! Oh man, the ultimate coca feeling inducing place. Just check it out. Somehow they managed not to ruin this place, I guess. That was very careless. Alright, so, there we go. That's why I'm not good at bomb jumping in this or anything. I was just button mashing there and somehow it worked, so don't expect me to see you doing that all the time or anything. Ah, and strangely there's an elevator over here. This wasn't here before. And Crateria. There was no Crateria in the original Metroid. Well, guess what, dudes and dudettes? There is now. So great wide new world of Schwartz to explore. And water to get trapped in. Probably not much we're going to be able to do about this right now, though. Unless... well, maybe. Chosen ruins. Well, this is certainly sinister. Whoa. Is this a real thing or something? That moment right there to me is like the moment when you know that like this is not your ordinary Metroid remake, that they actually did something with this. They actually took this and added a significant amount of content here. And that moment when you pick that thing up, it's like, uh-oh. What am I in for now? Now we can shoot these out here, so... grab the missiles here. up here we could do. Can we get any info for you? Nope. Yeah, so apparently there's a new trailer for Metroid Dread that just came out like about a week ago. And I decided not to watch that trailer because I heard someone say that they wish they hadn't seen it. Or, well, people were making these comments about how trailers reveal too much of the game these days. And so, when I heard that, I thought, you know, maybe I'll just avoid watching the trailer then. So, I don't know, Metroid, you know, Metroid is not a franchise whose story I follow that closely, really, you know? It's like if you were to give me a quiz about the Chozo and about their origins and stuff like that. I wouldn't be able, I mean, I'd probably pass with like an 80%, you know? There's people out there that can get 100 on that kind of thing, you know? But I'm not one of them, so... There's a lot to do here. Blocks us through here. Whoa, whoa, hello. So already we're up here in Crateria and we've picked up an unknown item and 2 other things that were not in the original game. Well, yeah, well, the charge beam is not in the original. But that also wasn't here in Crateria, so 1.5 things, and put it that way. So the long grip enables you to grab onto ledges like this and pull yourself up. There we go. So as you can see, this is a pretty expensive area we got going on here. Let's go back down to Norfair soon enough, but in the meantime, there's plenty more to look at here. And so next time, I reckon we'll explore more of Crateria, see what more surprises await us in Zero Mission. See you guys next time, and I'm off. See you later.